Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this is an energy healing recap video, part 2 for March 2nd, 2018, but it is also a technique video because I used this technique in the healing to assess who had aura damage, and there were 70 people in the healing, so I needed a very quick and easy technique to determine the aura damage that people had. But I feel like it's a technique that you can use in your daily life just to assess your own aura and your own aura damage. So that's what this video is about. Quick, easy, intuitive checking out your aura so that you know what's going on and you can repair your aura as soon as something happens, or as soon as you notice something happened. Basically, aura damage is a rip or a tear in your aura, right? Your aura is a big bubble all around you, and you have two auras. You have the physical body aura around your physical body, which is generated like your physical body chakras along your spine. The 7 chakras along your spine, they each generate a layer of your aura, and so that I would call your physical body aura. And that's super important. It needs to be flowing and it needs to be whole. If it's not whole, then maybe you have like a big rip here, and it could be a rip as deep as like 3 different aura layers. So that means you're leaking energy in those 3 aura layers, which means those related chakras, maybe 7, 6, and 5, aren't working so well anymore. And so it's really hard. You may feel confused. All of a sudden, you're productive, and then all of a sudden, like, you train wreck on something. It could be a whack in your aura. If it's really deep, the whack in your aura, like say through most of your aura layers, it could cause chakra damage even. It could give you a headache even. You can have a rip in the front too. I mean, it could be really anywhere, but although the back here and the top are very common places for some reason that people throw energy. But anyway, so first I want to say, for aura safety, watch that Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones video if you haven't already. And Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones video. I will link it at the end of this one. Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones video. Okay, because that teaches not only aura repair, but it teaches the gold energy aura buffers, like these 6 feet all around gold buffers that you create that really help to minimize aura damage. So you have aura damage less often, which is excellent. So that's an important part of the situation, but still, someone could hack at you enough times that they get through the buffer zone and then they cause damage to your aura. And so that's why you need to just quickly, intuitively assess, which one should I repair? Does either aura need fixing right now? So I would say there are, basically you want to use your intuition. You can use your vision if you're more advanced. Generally clairvoyant vision, the ability to just see the shape and see if there's a piece missing from the round bubble of your aura. That maybe a super newbie can't do that yet, but you could try it and you could imagine and see, if you're imagining your aura, does it look like a nice, beautiful kind of like egg or bubble, or does it look like it's got, some chunks taken out of it anywhere? So that's possible. You could do that technique. But I prefer like quick intuition if I don't have time to sit down, and visualize. Like say if I'm cooking, I might just use intuition instead rather than clairvoyance. And if you're a newbie, maybe your clairvoyance isn't so great, so intuition would probably be a better bet. And so you could say aura damage, yes or no. Do I have aura damage, yes or no? And that is a good starter question. If you don't have aura damage, then great. If your intuition says, no, I don't have aura damage, then maybe just reground, and like do an earth energy soak from that quick flow playlist. That could be nice. Quick flow playlist. Do one of those videos, maybe you could just half listen while you cook, to one of those videos. Or you could just memorize the process and do it yourself while you cook. But if your intuition says, yes, I have aura damage, which is super common, And aura damage can be just a rip that just like dents in like maybe two of the outer layers, 7 and 6 maybe. Or it could be just some giant thing that's, you know, a lot of your aura is missing maybe. You know, like only one participant though, but she had like, woo! I mean, the whole back of her astral body aura was missing. But anyway, so it's really good to know. And you want to know which of your auras needs repair. If you visualize or imagine just your aura and you never separate, you know, and look at your physical body aura and then your astral body aura, you may be missing damage that's there. For some reason in this healing, a lot of people had way more damage to their astral body aura than they did to their physical body aura, which when I see a strange pattern like that, and it's so common among the participants, it makes me think maybe it's like an astrological thing. Like somehow in people's sleep, people are getting much more competitive or something, or, you know, I don't know. It was odd. You know, even people that, you know, don't usually work with me, whatever. I mean, their astral body aura was much more damaged than their physical body aura this time. So it could be something astrological going on. But I mean, it's not something I need to look up and worry about. You know, I just help people heal. See, it's my job. So yes, no is a nice thing. Do I need to repair my aura? Yes, no. And then which aura do I need to repair? You can just do that too. Physical body or astral body. Which one do I need to repair? You may need to repair both, you know, and if you're a newbie, you could just assume, hey, I need to repair both. You know, that's totally fine. But, you know, if you feel like you want an extra level of, you know, information, then you just figure out, okay, well, intuitively, you know, physical body aura damage, astral body aura damage. For me, the favorite thing that I do, which may be too numerical for some people, so you could just do yes, no instead. You know, damage, yes, no. Physical body aura, yes, no. Astral body aura damage, yes, no. But what I do is the outermost layer is your 7th layer, right? Which is generated by your 7th chakra. And so that's the outermost layer. So if that one is damaged and it's not fully inflated, then you have a rip or a tear in your aura, right? So that's the one that I use my intuition on. And I look at, and again, you know, if this is too complicated for you, you know, just let it go. Just do the simpler ones that I already talked about. You know, yes, no. Do I have damage? Yes, no. But what I like to do is think of it as percent inflation. So I think of, you know, like a tire, like how inflated is my tire, right? And so I just think of the outermost layer, 7th layer that goes all around, right? And it's generated by this top energy center. I like, you know, as you set it at purple, your favorite shade of purple, and then you know, so that makes this whole, you know, layer purple. And well, if it's not your energy, then it could be a different color like black or white or something. But anyway, if there's no rips or tears in it and your 7th chakra is running well, generating energy and keeping the flow going, then this will be fully inflated. It'll be 100% inflated, your 7th layer, 100% inflated, right? If you have an aura layer that's maybe, your 7th layer is maybe only 60% inflated, you for sure have a rip or a tear somewhere in your energy field. So that's my clue. Like I check percent inflated, percent inflation of my 7th layer. If like say my 7th layer is like maybe 80% inflated, I may have just a lot of cords going in here that's draining the energy, or cords going into the aura layer that's draining the energy. But I may also have damage. So it's like if anything's less than 100, then I'm like, I'm gonna work on it, you know? So 100% is like the ideal level of inflation. You just sort of intuitively say, okay, well, 100%, I'm good, you know? So what is it? You know, and I look separately at the physical body aura, 7th layer, percent inflation, and then the astral body aura, 7th layer, percent inflation. So right now, fortunately, just because I want to demo for you guys, I do have some damage. It's not really, you know, fortunate for me in a way, but it's good for teaching. So my physical body 7th layer is 100% inflated right now. So we're straight with that, right? But my astral body aura is like 60% inflated. So 7th layer, astral body aura, my 7th layer of my astral body aura is only 60% inflated right now. So aha, we have something to work on. Well, I have something to work on, right? So right now for you, why don't you test your own aura? Okay, so is your physical body aura, the outer layer, 100% inflated? Yes or no? And just kind of go with your gut, go with your intuition on that. And if you already find that, it's not 100% inflated, it's like you got a leak, then you're going to work on that in a minute, okay? But if that one's okay and your 7th layer is 100% inflated, so it's optimal inflation and flow and everything, no leaks, then what about your astral body aura? 7th layer, that outermost layer, right? Because the damage comes from outside, the rips and tears. So just sense that your astral body aura, 7th layer, is it 100% inflated? Yes or no? And if it's not, just get a number, just so you know how severe it is. And it's okay if you don't like getting a number. You could just say if it's damaged. It's damaged, yes or no. Different people's minds work different ways. So be flexible. If you don't like the percentage inflation thing for the 7th layer of your astral body, just think 7th layer astral body damaged, yes, no. Right? Okay, so now work on whichever one you have that you need to work on, your physical body aura or your astral body aura, right? And if you have to work on both, just pick one to start with, doesn't matter. So for me, I'm going to work on my astral body aura, and it's 60% inflated, so that means I at least have one pretty good rip in it. Good, So I'm going to demo on the doll so you can see where it is, just, I don't know, for learning. So it's not in the front. I'm just sort of intuitively checking. Is it in the front of my astral body aura? No. Is it in the top of my astral body aura? Kind of. It's top back. So it's like pretty much lined up, with the back of my head, and it's like in like 765. So it's like a wedge. And sometimes you still have a hard object that's sticking into it that someone threw at you, but sometimes maybe they just threw energy that was a little more flexible, so nothing's like stuck in there. But something could be stuck in there still, like it could look like a spear or a rod or a pole or like a big surfboard that they just threw at you. So in that rip, I have like a couple little poles. Yeah. There's this person that does that a lot. I can tell. So you may get an intuitive kind of ping on the person, but you don't need to know who did it, But if you really want to know, think, okay, male or female, and then, your intuition would tell you, and then maybe family or work related, or, like just do multiple choice. Is it, male or female? Is it family, yes or no? Because a lot of people have people in their extended family that throw energy at them. Maybe a mother-in-law, or, your son's spouse's mother, or, complicated little things, but, whatever. So it could be family, it could be work, whatever. But anyway, you don't have to know who. So anyway, there are 3 like little black spears that got thrown here one by one. And so that's how it got through my gold energy aura buffer zone and got in and made that. So I'm just going to melt away the objects. I like using gold fire sometimes and just totally disintegrating those spears. But you could just ease them out too. Sometimes I'll do that, like surround them in gold light and just kind of ease them out. And then I give them to my angels. Just say, angels, can you please take these? So that works too. Because you got to pretty much empty out the rip so there's nothing in it, so that then you can just keep using gold light and it grows back pretty fast at that point. So if your rip is not healing, that means it's not empty. There could be a negative spirit there, maybe, but chances are, if maybe it was an old rip, there could be negative spirits there. But if it's a new rip, relatively, as mine is, you just have the objects from that person in there that you just kind of take out and then give to your angels, and you just keep washing it out. And you don't have to worry if you can't see to that extent, just use lots and lots of gold light and keep washing it. That's fine. And you can even say, angels, if there are any spirits in this rip, please get them for me. Please recycle them for me. But, and then it just kind of grows back. So then you use your intuition again. Do I have any more aura damage in this aura? And I don't. Because once it healed up, then it took a little, like a couple seconds for my 7th chakra to just pump it back up. So now my astral body aura is 100% inflated, you know, the 7th layer. And my physical body aura is still at 100%. So I healed myself a lot today. So that's my technique. You know, you just use your intuition and you want to just sense the outermost part of it, because if there's damage to the outermost part, then you got to work on it. But again, you may have damage that you don't realize because maybe you're just thinking of your aura as one thing. You're not thinking that you have 2 totally separate auras. Some people may ask, well, why do I only have damage to one aura and not the other? Well, I mean, in general, I would say don't overthink it, just heal it. But sometimes, like, say if it happened in your sleep, you know, like say your spirit in your sleep, maybe you didn't listen to your angels and you went to visit your in-laws in your dreams, in your sleep, and then they threw a bunch of energy at you. That could maybe only damage your astral body aura. So maybe if it happened in your sleep, it's only, you know, it only ripped up your astral body aura because your physical body aura was, you know, sleeping in bed. But if it happened during the day when you were pretty present, maybe that's why it ripped both auras the same exact way. But again, I think it's easy to overthink when your energy's messed up. So I would definitely recommend just fix it and move on with your day. All right, so cool. So that's, now you know, like I said, for me, I do percent inflation of my 7th layer, but I get it if that's too complicated and you just want to do yes, no intuition. So the point of this video is just that aura repair. You can check for it throughout your day. I do. Not a lot, you know. I will redo my gold aura buffer zones a lot, but I will check at least a few times to see, you know, if my aura is whole. Because, yeah, it just makes life a lot easier when you're not leaking energy and damaged and limping around on a spirit level. Okay, so I hope that helped, and if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to post under the video. And if you feel like, hey, this video helped me, I want other people to find it, posting a comment would help with that, and also giving it a thumbs up would also help, because then YouTube is more likely to show it to other people. Okay, bye!